thy loneliness. What should thou exchange for rags, robes, for titles, titles? For thyself, me. Thus expecting thy reply, I profane my lips on thy foot, my eyes on thy picture, and my heart on thy every part. Thine, and the dearest design of industry, Don Adriano de Amalfi.
Plume of feathers is he that indited this letter. What bane, what weathercock. Did you ever hear better?
I am much to see, but I remember the style.
Oh, your memory is bad, going o'er it while.
This Armado is a Spaniard that keeps here in court a phantasima monarch. And one that makes sport to the prince and his bookmates.
Thou, fellow, a word. Whom gavest thou this letter?
I told you, my lord.
To whom shouldst thou give it?
From my lord to my lady.
From which lord to which lady?
From my lord Baron, a good master of mine, to a lady of France that he called Rosaline.
Thou hast mistaken his letter. Come, lords, away. Here, sweet, put up this. 'Twill be thine another day.
Who is the suitor? Who is the suitor?
Shall I teach you to know?
I, my continent of beauty.
Why? She that bears the bow. Finely put off.
My lady goes to kill horns, but if thou marry, hang me by the neck if horns that here miscarry, finely put on.
Well, then I am the shooter.
And who is your dear?
If we choose by the horns, yourself come not near. Finely put on indeed.
You still wrangle with her, Boyette, and she strikes at the brow.
But she herself is hit lower. Ah, have I hit her now?
Shall I come upon thee with an old saying that was a man when King Pippin of France was a little boy, as touching the hit-it?
So I may answer thee with one as old that was a woman when Queen Guinevere of Britain was a little wench as touching the hit-it.
Thou canst not hit it, hit it, hit it. Thou canst not hit it, my good man.
And I cannot, and I cannot. Another can.
Oh, my troth, most sweet jests, most inkily vulgar wit, when it comes so smoothly off, so obscenely, as it were, so fit.
Oh! Very reverent sport, truly, and done in the testimony of a good conscience.
The deer was, as you know, sanguis in blood, ripe as the pommy water, who now hangeth like a jewel in the ear of Kylo, the sky, the heaven, the welkin, and anon falleth like a crab on the face of terra, the soil, the land, the earth.
Truly, Master Holofernes, the epithets are sweetly varied, like a scholar at the least. But, sir, I assure ye, it was a buck of the first head.
Sir Nathaniel, how'd credo?
Oh, 'twas not an outgrade doe, 'twas a pricket.
It's barbarous intimation. Yet a kind of insinuation, as it were, in via, in way of explication, facere, as it were, replication, or rather ostentare, as it were, to show his inclination after his undressed, unpolished, uneducated, unpruned, untrained, or rather unlettered, or ratherest unconfirmed fashion, to insert again my howd credo for a deer.
I said the deer was not an outgrade doe, 'twas a pricket.
Twice sod simplicity, beast coctus, O thou monster ignorance, how deformed dost thou look.
Sir, he hath never fed of the dainties that are bred in a book. He hath not eat paper, as it were. He hath not drunk ink. His intellect is not replenished. He is only an animal and is sensible in the duller parts. And such barren plants are set before us, that we thankful should be, which we of taste and knowledge are, for those parts which do fructify in us more than he. For as it would ill become me to be vain, indiscreet, or a fool, so whether a patch set on learning to see him in a school. But omne bene say I, being of an old father's mind, many can brook the weather that love not the wind.
You two are bookmen. Can you tell me by your wit what was a month old at Cain's birth that's not 5 weeks old as yet?
Dictina, Goodman Dull, Dictina, Goodman Dull.
What is Dictina?
A title to Phoebe, to Luna, to the moon.
The moon was a month old when Adam was no more, and wrought not 5 weeks when he came to 5 score. The illusion holds in the exchange.
Oh, 'tis true indeed. The collusion holds in the exchange.
God comfort thy capacity. I say the illusion holds in the exchange.
And I say the pollution holds in the exchange, for the moon is never but a month old. And I say, beside, that 'twas a pricket that the princess killed.
Sir Nathaniel, will you hear an extemporal epitaph on the death of the deer, and to humour the ignorant, call the deer the princess killed a pricket?
Perge, good Master Holofernes, perge. So it shall please you to abrogate scurrility.
I will something affect the letter, for it argues facility. Mm-hmm. The praeful princess pricked and pierced a pretty pleasing pricket. Some say a sore, but not a sore till now made sore with shooting.